This tutorial covers how to catch one of the most visually striking sea bream of the UK and Europe, the Gilthead Bream. We'll take a look at where gilthead are found. We'll then cover best conditions, where to cast, as well as a talk on rigs and baits. So where can we find gilthead? Gilthead are found all around the UK but are more reliably caught along the south coasts, including the English Channel, the southern Irish coast and the coasts around Wales. In Europe they can be caught as far north as southern Norway, Denmark and Germany, but are more reliably caught from France downwards, throughout the warmer waters of Portugal and the Mediterranean. So which conditions best suit gilthead? In the UK, most sea bream species are generally seen as summer fish. Gilthead have been known to show as early as March in southwest England where the Gulf Stream meets the Isles. It is around April that they typically show around the southern Irish and Welsh coasts. April also brings them further east into the English Channel, such as marks on the Sussex and Kent beaches. Gilthead numbers usually peak around June. The usual time that they will start to leave is around September, though they can still be caught around this time, and have even been reported in anglers' catches as late into the year as December. It's the larger tides, such as the rising in size tides leading to the next spring tide, including the springs themselves, that will best suit giltheads. Their peak point of the tide is the middle hours of the flood tide. It is possible to catch them on the ebb if you are either fishing within an estuary or a beach that flanks the estuary. A shoal will often move through with the tide in one sweep, so a mobile approach following the tide could even prove useful. Giltheads are visual predators and typically feed inshore during daylight hours. A key time they hunt is at dawn during first light. They can be caught later in the day, especially when overcast skies are present. Like many summer species, they aren't tolerant of rough water, so will fish better during calm conditions. They also will not fish well during cloudy water conditions. If you are confused about how to predict wave action or watercolor, or would simply like to understand either aspect better, we will include a couple of links at the end of this video. The question now is, where should we be looking to cast? Gilthead fishing does not typically require long casting. As with other types of fishing, it can pay to alternate your distances using one rod closer in at around 50 yards out, and a distance rod where no more than 100 yards cast would typically be needed. The ends of beaches or bays where there are rocky outcrops can be an effective feature to fish near. Estuaries are a top spot where gilthead are targeted, especially in the western UK. The creeks that flow off the main channel are top spots, particularly the depressions or areas near rock patches that are found within the small channels. Anglers have reported dragging the bait whilst waiting for a bite to promote seabed disturbance can be a good method for attracting gilthead in to investigate baits. So which rigs could best suit gilthead? Gilthead actually feed quite a lot off the bottom, and as distance casting will not be essential, a standard unclipped running ledger rig would work as a suitable rig. Another fact about how gilthead will feed: they will often pick up baits on the spot and crunch the bait momentarily with their powerful teeth. Only after then will they take the bait down and make a run. So waiting for bites to develop will pay off. Having a running ledger will allow better bite detection during this first phase of the bite. Always ensure your drag is set. Their powerful jaws will require the use of strong pattern hooks, and their hard-plated mouth will require a good sharp hook to avoid losing fish. Size 1/0 would likely be the best choice, though if you think smaller gilthead could be likely, dropping down to a size 1 or even 2 could be an option. You can actually fish for gilthead using a light bass rod style setup, especially in estuaries, but going for a more standard beach caster setup of a 60-pound rig body, with a minimum of 15-pound main line of either mono or braid, and suitable weight to suit the rod, can be a good choice for handling potentially large specimens. Remember, if conditions are right for gilthead, you won't need large weights to hold bottom or cast into the wind. Snoods ideally will be fluorocarbon, though memory-free mono will also be fine. It should be at a minimum length of 15 inches, of 18-pound breaking strength minimum. Another option for giltheads is a 2-hook flapper. This can allow you to present baits at different levels and potentially double hook as shoals pass through. Be aware though, even though it's unlikely, if you hook two larger fish simultaneously, this could increase chances of losing both fish and tackle. The option is there for you to choose. If you tend to catch smaller specimens on a certain mark, this can be considered a viable option. The hook setup, as well as the rig body, snoods and mainline, will be much the same as the previous rig mentioned. Just ensure the bottom snood is ideally set low on the rig body to present one bait close to the seabed. Finally, which baits could give us the edge? The truth is, giltheads are not fussy eaters. On the beaches, any worm baits will likely be the best baits to use, including any local variety of lugworm or ragworm. For estuary fishing or when fishing any rock areas such as outcrops, peeler crab could prove most effective. Shellfish baits are another option, with types such as razor clam and sand clam being easier to work with than mussel, but they are all usable. Hi guys, just a quick reminder, if you like my videos and find that you are learning some useful tips, please do remember to click the subscribe button just under this video. Subscribing is completely free. There's no sign-up process as it's all done at the click of a button. Also do remember to hit the like button if you find a specific video interesting and helpful. Doing these things really does help support the channel and allows me to keep making more and more helpful videos that will hopefully make your sessions that much more enjoyable. Thanks so much guys. For gilthead, understanding how both wave action and watercolor works can give you a serious edge. We've provided 2 links here for you showing on screen now that cover each of these aspects separately. Be sure to check our channel page for other videos on everything sea fishing by clicking the channel name below this video. Thanks for watching.